So it's time to rank SummerSlam 2026 matches, with the most revolutionary system I could think of. I think all of it is pretty self-explanatory. This is ass, mid, solid, great. It's what we do. All shows had a lot to offer, but was every single SummerSlam match great? Now, we all know that. Let's talk about it. Let's start with Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. I think the match was way better than we thought it would be. I was sleeping on this match. I was definitely sleeping on this rivalry. We already saw the match, so what's here to be excited about? Thankfully though, both women absolutely cooked, and I would definitely say it's one of the best SummerSlam matches we got, so I guess that's the reason why it kicked off the show. It always feels like the first match has extra pressure, so maybe that's one of the reasons why this match cooked so hard. But Liv Morgan retained the championship. We didn't necessarily get the moment, but the match was really good and way better than expected. I would go as far as saying this match deserves to be in great. Then we have the 6-man tag team match. I think the match delivered mostly because I got exactly what I needed. First of all, Solo Sikoa was absolutely hilarious, so it kind of solidified fans are enjoying this babyface run from Solo Sikoa. He even yeeted and I didn't complain. My Chess was not complaining about the yeet thing during the match. That's how special, that's how great Solo Sikoa is as a babyface, people. So I enjoyed the match, I thought it was great, and also I got exactly what I needed. LA Knight won the match. What else can I ask for, people? Now we move to Roman Reigns. And that's how I rank these matches for the most part, like the match, the hype, and also the moment, the result, what happened after the match. You know, people, I think it was solid. Then we have Gunther versus Nick Aldis. So I was really excited about the match. Nick Aldis got a cool entrance, which is very unusual for WWE to have a licensed theme song. Even in an interview, Triple H said, what's your fantasy? He said he wanted to have that theme song. Triple H said, no, we'll think about it. But the Dirty Bastards actually did it. Was the match really exceptional? Not necessarily, but it was all about the moment. It was about the hype. It was about the storyline. It was about what happened after the match, which is Nick Aldis celebrating with his family. You know, it is one of the most memorable SummerSlam matches to me. I'm gonna put it at great below Liv Morgan and Io Sky. I enjoyed it. Then we have the 6-women tag team match. So it's kind of weird. Didn't really care about the build. Didn't care about the match. And the problem was, nobody else did. Nobody had a reaction to this match. And you know, even though the in-ring action was good, like they performed well, we got all the spots we needed, the fact that nobody cared, it really ruins the match. And that's how professional wrestling works. Even if you have all the right moves, you perform well, it doesn't matter if there's no interest. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna put it at mid. If we had a better crowd reaction, if people cared, it would be solid, but I also can't put it at trash because, like, the match itself, the quality wasn't bad, and Nikki Bella turned heel. Didn't really care about that either. Then we have CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. The match starts, expectations low, because I know nothing crazy is going to happen. It's not the main event. Night 1, not the main event. A heel turn is not coming. WWE must find a way to have decent enough finish for people not to complain. And I think for the most part it worked out. Also, considering Kevin Owens made his return, he's the #1 contender. After night 2, it all makes even much more sense, right? When the match started, I wasn't really into it. Something was off, but eventually it picked up. Now, I thought the match was good. I thought the match was actually pretty great. Until I saw the Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins match. So, if we didn't get that, this would be almost here. I'm gonna put it at great. It was still a great match and had the Randy Orton return. So since it had a Randy Orton return, it's almost a crime for me not to do what we do. But the match is a bit slept on. I think we were kind of focused on how bad the storyline was, how boring it was. Our expectations were low, but the quality of the match, pretty good. Submission game was great. You know, CM Punk landing on the table, which looked absolutely nasty. I'm gonna say it again. I don't want to, but he shit his pants and still had a great match. Yes. Finally, the main event, Brock Lesnar versus Feami. So, I like the match. I do have a problem now, something I've realized. My dumbass didn't even think about it because I was kind of focused on how entertaining the match was in it on itself, right? Like, I enjoyed every move. 2 big men, they land, it has a lot of impact. The weapons, like when Brock Lesnar hit Feami with the steel steps, you can feel that. Every single move hits different, you know, the table breaks, Tombstone Piledriver, which is such a beautiful tribute to The Undertaker and makes so much sense because Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker, the streak ending, they're so connected. That's the reason why he did that, I believe. Also exposing the ring, right? So it had all but one thing that was like definitely needed, which is using the damn thing. This match was inside Hell in a Cell, and they didn't use the sell. It was a prop. It was an accessory. Still, people really enjoy the match. Really enjoy the match and the moment of Brock Lesnar, embracing Feami. Very romantic. My initial thumbnail was actually them almost kissing. People started making fun of it. I changed it. But definitely a career-making moment for Feami. Emotional. A right way to, end SummerSlam Night 1 in my opinion. And anyway, I'm kinda happy this was the main event because Randy Orton's return is great. He's my favorite of all time. But ending a main event with a bit of a cluster is not necessarily the right idea in my opinion. Now is the time to talk about Night 2. Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor, except no, it was a fatal 4-way match. So hear me out, like I've said, I'm ranking these matches based on match quality, moments, winners, booking decisions. When you combine everything, turn it into this gigantic booger, right? Gunther gets added to the match. Kevin Owens makes his WWE return. How could I complain about that? I'm already excited. Whoever wins this match, I got exactly what I needed. The match quality was great. Kevin Owens showing that he didn't miss a step. Still going strong, still going wild, which actually got me worried a little bit. Take it easy, buddy. We can't afford another injury. Yet at the same time, much respect. Shitloads of respect, people. Shitloads of respect. I enjoyed the match. I think it was great. Sami and Kevin Owens embracing all of the right moments and also the right winner. So Kevin Owens wins the match and he's the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. Y'all know. I'm ready for that CM Punk versus Kevin Owens rivalry. The only thing that will get me excited about SmackDown at this point. Yes, even the GOAT Randy Orton coming back is not gonna make me super duper excited about SmackDown. This shit, I don't think people are ready for the promo war we're about to get. This is gonna be absolutely wild if WWE don't F it up. We won't get this typical we're friends, we love each other, but we gotta fight type of shit. No. Kevin Owens, I believe, is going to go absolutely wild. Hopefully it's not gonna turn into an actual backstage rivalry, right? So all these things considered, man, the fact that it gives us hope, I thought it was great. It's kinda equal, I guess. I mean, this was so unexpected, I gotta give it respect, right? So I'm kinda worried at this point. Every match was great. Again, I'm ranking based on moments plus matches plus how much it added to SummerSlam. Feels unfair. Like, dude, it wasn't that good. When people were about to fix that with Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio, that's not what we do. Trash. Absolutely horrendous. Don't want to see that ever again. Dominic Mysterio lost to Danhausen. We got everything we already saw on Monday Night Raw. Joe Hendry with the guitar. Mini-Hausens. Everything that already happened again. Even the pyro, right? There was nothing to this match. Absolutely nothing. Nobody gave a shit. And I guess WWE wanted some, social media engagement, I guess. It's the same shit. I hated it. I am not excited about Danhausen's matches in the WWE. This character is not gonna work with everything. Night 2 was, especially considering how boring WWE was really exceptional, right? If we didn't get this match, almost a perfect premium live event, but this was such a shit stain. Then we have the interim WWE Women's Ladder match, right? The match itself was, felt rushed in my opinion, so I don't know how to feel about it. You know what, people? I love Chelsea Green winning, one of my favorite SummerSlam moments. I'm gonna put it at solid because the match felt kinda rushed to me, especially since we saw quite a few women's Money in the Bank matches. The spots in this match were not memorable in my opinion. The only thing I remember is Chelsea almost winning the match, and then we have B-Fab and Michin. Other than that, I don't remember many spots. For a ladder match, it was kinda mid. But the moment was great. I'm so happy for Chelsea Green, and something that I kept mentioning during my videos, how I want Chelsea Green to win, but I know damn well she's not gonna win, so WWE made the right decision, and at this point I realized, okay, we are watching a pretty decent premium live event. Okay, Baron Corbin versus Trick Williams, well, disappointing. Definitely disappointing. I would put it at mid. I enjoyed it a bit more than this match. The biggest problem was that Lil Yachty just didn't pay attention. He forgot his cues, he forgot his spots. So a lot in this match felt like, okay, now we have to do this, and we move to this, and we're going to do it very, very slowly. I think the biggest problem is that this match happened in the first place. Baron Corbin needed the W. It's his first match. Why book it then? Why book it then? Baron Corbin coming back and taking the United States Championship is the most random out-of-pocket thing in the WWE this year. Didn't hate it. Was pretty mid, pretty disappointing, and a lot of it is because, well, somebody didn't have a clue what's gonna happen next. And also, I've mentioned this before, but Trick Williams cheating, having Lil Yachty with a kendo stick and still losing the match, that's very questionable to me. But then, people, we have Panto versus Chad Gable. This would have been, people, would have made everybody, would make everybody go say, that's what we do in this business. It's what we do. The match was way too short. It was like less than 10 minutes, I believe. So I'm watching this. It's It's amazing. It's one of the best matches. I feel like this is going to steal the show. And then the match ends. But the moment was great. I'm gonna put it here. I was a bit disappointed with the length of this match. I feel like they could have literally had the match of the year easily. Easily, people. We could have gotten a similar match to the AAA match where Chad Gable lost the mask, but the match was way too short. They didn't let the match breathe. And it's on WWE. Still, Chad Gable finishing the story, winning the match. Loved it. Let me just say that right now, this is probably going to be the last such positive review of a premium live event. I don't expect WWE to pull up with that shit again. I myself am almost shocked by this tier list. You know? What am I thinking? Finally, we have Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Match kicks off. I don't care. But then it quickly gets that next gear, next level. You know, they have amazing chemistry. It's almost sad this is probably the last match we're going to see between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Doubt, actually, but you know, at least that's the story right now. It's kind of crazy. We didn't get like an interference, a return, shenanigans. Well, the referee got knocked out, but nobody showed up. And it was great. It was refreshing. It was the main event, and people, let me tell you, the main event of night 2, the most important night, was also the best match. It was the what we do type of match. Tribute to Dean Ambrose, Michael Cole mentioning Dean Ambrose, and also the ending. I think the ending adds so much. Great match, amazing match. So far, one of my favorite matches. The only better match in the WWE to me currently, well, it's either the AAA match or CM Punk versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Other than that, the moment of them, you know, reuniting in a way, the story is finished. Let bygones be bygones. We're brothers, even though we have a lot of differences. I think the ending was beautiful and really resonated with fans who grew up during that era when the Shield was running wild in the WWE. I was like 14 years old, so yeah, anyway, it hits you in the feels. I really think the match was exceptional, and like I've said, Roman Reigns doesn't show up a lot, but when he does, he gives us a banger. So this is my tier list. I think, for the most part, I agree with myself. You know, maybe tomorrow I could change a thing or two, but so far, I agree with it, I think. Yeah, looks pretty solid. Kinda goes to show you, it's almost impossible to have a perfect premium live event, but this was close and felt like a new era in the WWE. Holy shit, did I just say that? New era? New era. What we do. New era, what we do. Yeah, you get what I mean, like a reset button. Now it's exciting to see Raw and SmackDown because we got a bunch of new champions. Anyway, people, thank you so much for watching this video. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.